MikeMuller.net. Now that NASCAR's come up with this new rule about the rear end.
How did I know you were going to ask? I was waiting for somebody to ask me.
Sure, right.
Ask me about that.
It's not a new rule, Mike.
Oh, whatever you want to call it. It's something different, and it changes the dynamic. And you probably know more about it than anybody else in the room here. Until that, whatever it was done, I was thinking Jimmy Johnson looks like he's going to win going away. What do you think?
Well, why do you say that?
Well, because he's won a whole bunch of races.
Where did he run last week?
Well,
where did he run at Bristol? Well, he ran good at Bristol, didn't he?
Well, yeah, something like that. Anyway, how do you see the chase having changed? Is it a little more even now?
That's hard to say. We'll have to wait and see. Those type of things that they were doing work different at different racetracks. It just depends on the racetracks we're going to. Obviously the high grip places like Pocono, like Michigan, the repaves, that stuff they had worked really well. They were dominant. Indianapolis, where obviously the straightaways along the aerodynamics are huge because of the flat corners and the high speeds. It's going to be tough to say how much their cars are going to change. We don't know how much the bushings were actually doing. I don't. I know they were doing something. We all know they were doing something, but I don't think it's just the bushings that are doing it. And I don't think them taking away a quarter or 3/8 of an inch of movement in the bushing is going to, slow their cars down a half a second. So I don't see a lot changing, but we're worried about what we're doing, and our cars are fast every week, and I feel like we can challenge them whether they have the bushings or not.
Thought I saw a hand up somewhere else. Monty's got one over to your far right. Good explanation.
Martin, that Jimmy Johnson came in here earlier and basically said that this was not affecting them at all, that that what they've been doing is already being done. Based on what you just said, are you calling bullshit on that?
I'm saying, watch your language.
If someone quotes me, I'll stand up to the criticism.
I'm not going to say he's lying. I'm just going to say maybe he's stretching the truth a little bit. I think there's maybe a little bit more to it than that. Again, these are all opinions, right? We all have one, and they all stink.
Anybody else over there? Claire, to the far left.
Following up on that, how do you, truthfully, how do you see it? NASCAR saying it's not a rule change, but people were moving into the area. So for the layperson who, is listening to all this, it might be a little bit confusing. Can you do your best in your opinion of explaining it?
Well, I don't know the exact details of the way the rules were written before and the way. I don't know if I don't even know if the way the rules written has been changed or it's just been brought about to, brought out new light. So they're really going to keep an eye on it better. I don't know if they've let some things slide in the past that maybe they're tightening up on. I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. So I don't want to say something and get myself in too much trouble here. I didn't say anything. All I said was I think that there's a little bit more to it than what he led on, but not accusing anybody of anything.
Kim, right here.
Nah.
Go ahead, Kim.
This is the first I've heard all this. So.
Go ahead, Kim.
Martin, a follow-up question to earlier. Just out of curiosity, over here, over here again. Michael has been seen over his career as a driver as somewhat overrated. Whatever the press or the fans have thought in the past. What would it mean to you or Clint to get him a championship and make that team a championship team?
Well, it'd be absolutely incredible. That's what we're all here for, and that's what we're working towards as a team. It's all a process. It's you got to walk, you got to crawl before you can walk. You got to walk before you can run. And I feel like we've taken great strides, and I feel like we're in position that if we can get on a hot streak, I feel like that's a possibility to be able to go out and challenge for the championship. It's not going to be easy. We're obviously, not favorites, but I feel like, as far as we've come in the last year, I hope that we can continue the success we've had and continue to get even better. So it'd be awesome to make Michael a championship car owner and Rob, who's come on and been a huge part of our team. So just do what we can do, see what happens.
Got time for maybe one more? Anybody? Final question over here to the left.
Can you talk a bit about your brother? I was talking to him the other day, and he sure was standing up for you this week and saying, you know, what talent that you had. And now he's got his ride. He's working real hard. We'll have something to announce soon, hopefully, he said.
Yeah, hopefully. We're just, we're working hard on putting a sponsorship together for him and try to put together a full-time nationwide ride. He's obviously done a great job in his part-time schedule that he's had. And, he's been close to victory lane as well with only a handful of starts this year. So he's got a lot of talent. He's, he's really enthusiastic about racing and pretty much all he ever talks and thinks about. So we're excited to give him some opportunity to get to where he needs to be. It's just all driven by sponsorship. I mean, it's, if you can find the money, you can pretty much go anywhere you want and do anything you want anymore. So it's, one of those things where we just have to get him, the right funding to get him in the right position with the right people that believe in him and will put a team behind him that he can go out and build his career around.